Hey everybody, it's Daryl here on Big D's Fig Farm. It's January the 18th, 2025. It's been a minute since I've filmed anything. Been a lot going on. I had a couple surgical procedures. I had a catastrophe in our kitchen, which I'll tell you about in a minute. I had to remodel our whole kitchen. The weather's been terrible this winter. It's been a very cold winter for us. This remnant of the snow you see left here was on January 5th, we got 7 inches. 2 or 3 days later, we got another 2 inches. They're talking before 2 more days in the coming week. But the real threat is they're talking about cold. It's not been over freezing for the better part of a week and a half. And because of that, the snow's not melting, number one, but it's been really cold. This week, they're talking about it getting down real cold, like 5, 10 degrees, and even below zero wind chill factors. So I don't know. We'll see what happens to all the figs this year from this cold winter. I mean, this is an unusually cold winter for us. But I still got to cover my greenhouse with a tarp to keep it from warming up too much during the day. But anyway, I just want to bring you up to speed. Of course, this spring I'll be doing videos on how everything makes it through the cold winter. But today I'm going to be potting up some cuttings to get ready for the spring, some trees to sell and whatnot. All right. So in addition to, I've had lots of things going on, but one of them, we had to totally remodel our kitchen. Had an incident back in October. Our old refrigerator freezer flooded the kitchen floor, and we had to do a total remodel. And so that's been a part of what's been holding me up to do anything really figgy. But so today I'm potting these up here. I got some green Nazareth I'm going to be potting up. And I'll be walking through and showing you the steps that I take. First thing I'm going to do is wrap each one of the sticks with some parafilm. Parafilm you wrap on to keep the moisture in the cutting while you're trying to get it to root. I'll show you when I'm done. All right, well, I'm back with my sidekick. This is my granddaughter, Oakley Max, and she wanted to be in the video. So what I've done so far is I've taken each of the cuttings, and at the top, and it's important when you're trying to define the top, you look for which way the branches are growing up. See this little, let's see if I can get it clear here. You can see the branches going up there. So this is the top. I also try to cut mine with a little bit of an angle at the top, make sure I'm clear on it again. So I've taken every one of those and put this parafilm around the top of them where I had the fresh cut, just to try to seal it. I didn't put it on this one, although I did put it on this atypical bud. I have trouble saying that name. Atypical buds or topical bud, whatever. Apical buds. That's it. Apical. Pickle? You like pickles? I don't like pickles. Anyway, it's the main bud, the top bud where it's going to grow out of. Okay, I did cover the rest of them, but I didn't on that one. All right, so that's what I've done so far. Next, I have, by the way, I have cups already. I get these 32-ounce clear cups. I like these because I can see the roots when they start on the sides. I can see how well I'm progressing. I know which ones are growing, what aren't. And then after about 4 weeks, if I don't see any roots, I pull it out, assess the cutting to see if there's any viability left to it or not. And then if I don't, I throw it away. And if so, I may recut it, retreat it, and try it a second time. And sometimes I've had success doing that, getting them to go ahead and root. But most times they don't take the first time. Your chances drop dramatically for getting another one to go. But that's why I like these cups. I can see what I have here. Now, when I went to buy the Pro Mix this time, I buried my Pro Mix in the greenhouse behind about 80 fig trees. And I'm about to pull them back out to go get it. So I went to buy some more Pro Mix, and our local Walmart only had organic Pro Mix. Now, some folks really like that who are really big into the organic growing. I'm not as worried about it. I'm just not, sorry. I don't like the organic because it does hardly hold any moisture at all. The water runs right through it. It won't hardly absorb or hold it. But I'm going to have to keep an eye on these, make sure I keep them moist but not wet. So I have these. I also write right on the cups. You can see green Nazareth. This is the variety I'm potting up right now and the date that I put it in the cup. I have a knife for scoring or scraping the bottom of the cuttings. And I have my Clonex gel, rooting gel, that I'll be painting the bottom of each one of the sticks, and then I'll put them into the soil medium and I'll put them on a heat mat. I'll show you that when we get to that part. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cutters and cut a fresh cut. I cut these not long ago, but it's been a week or two since I cut these, maybe even 3. So I'm going to go ahead and cut closer to the node right here, the ring around it's called a node. I'm going to get a little closer to that, cut a fresh cut. Okay, then I'm going to take my knife and just barely scrape the outer bark off down to the green cambium layer, which is underneath of the bark. Let me see if I can get you to be able to see that on there. See the green? That's the cambium layer. And I scrape down, I do 3 or 4 at the bottom of each one. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of these, and I'll be back. Okay guys, so I take the cup, I use this little unsharpened construction pencil, or carpenter's pencil, and I kind of make me a hole in the middle of the soil with it. Then I take a paintbrush, some Clonex gel, just put a little bit on there. I take and get one of my cuttings, and then I just basically paint the bottom with a Clonex rooting gel and the bottom of the cutting. Just get a nice little coating of paint on there, of Clonex paint. Okay, and then I just set him down into the soil. Nuzzle him down in there pretty good. And pat the soil around him, and there's one. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and repeat that 5 more times. Okay, so here's what the finished 6 cuttings I just did, the green Nazareth. They all look like all potted up, ready to go be put on the heat mat.